Welcome back to Treasure Hunting with Jebus, guys, and today we're going to be doing something extremely different, something I've never done on this channel before, but I thought it would be interesting. Mostly, we finally got the green screen working, so I just wanted to play with the effects. Like, we could be in Niagara Falls, we could be in New York, we could even be in your bedroom. But anyway, let's really get into this. So, we got somebody harassing us, threatening us, and whatnot on Facebook, claiming that one of the storage units we went through was their unit, and basically that we stole their stuff. So, we get these messages all the time, literally, usually just a one message, we say something back, and that's it. But no, this guy wants to keep it going. So, let me show you how this is going. I'll pop the messages up on the screen as we go. So, he starts with a generic F you. Alright, I just ignored it at that point, because we get that message, I mean, literally 10 times or more every day, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube comments, blah, blah, blah. We get told that all the time. That's just whatever, music to my ears. Didn't think anything of it, so I just ignored him. By the way, if you're watching this, hater, you like this shirt? I love my haters. We actually made our own shirt like this. It's actually, if you want it, it's in the description. But anyway, after he said that, I ignored him. Then about 10 hours later in the same day. By the way, I printed out all the messages. Unfortunately, I'm not a psychic. I know I should be, but I'm not, unfortunately. So 10 hours later, he says, "You stole my You know what I'm saying. I can't say it because YouTube would be like, "Don't do that. You're gonna get demonetized." All that. So I simply responded back, basically, what storage unit? If we stole your stuff, what storage unit did we steal it from? So I didn't hear anything more from him that day. So I figured, all right, he was just a dumb troll. It's done. But the next morning, after we wake up, we got a message back from him, and it's the URL to our biggest video we have, the drug dealer unit that has 1.3 million views, or 1.4 almost million views. So I was like, in my head at first, I was like, so it's most likely, and definitely a troll. This idiot's just trying to say it. But then I really thought about it. If somebody's gonna see us going through their stuff, it would make the most logical sense that it would be the video that has the most views, because the most people have seen that one. But I just replied back, you know, yeah, I'm sure. Literally, since that video has been out, we probably had somebody say that to us like 100+ times, whether it be in the comments or social media. They always try to tell us, that's mine, you took my stuff, that's my stuff, it's my uncle's stuff, my cousin's, my brother. So didn't think anything of it. We just ignored it, and whatever. I didn't reply back to him at that point. I'm like, he's just another idiot troll desperate for attention. After I didn't say anything to him, about an hour later, this guy messages me something that really changes my whole thought process on this whole thing. Did I just say process? My whole thought process on this entire thing. He messages me back with the facility name and the unit number. So I I get on Storage Treasures and I look back there, and sure enough, this guy was exactly right. What he sent me was the exact facility and the exact unit number of the unit he's talking about. So I went back and rewatched the video, and I thought to myself, maybe I said it somewhere. I did not anywhere mention the facility name. So at that point I was like, okay, maybe he's actually telling the truth. Or maybe he's somebody that just happens to store there, somebody that's bought there, somebody that works there. But anyway, he's a lot closer to home than I thought. But we did mention the storage number in the video, so he could have got that from there. But as far as the facility name, there's no way he could have got that without being on the inside or actually being the legitimate owner of this unit. So after he said all that, I pretty much just ignored him. I'm like, all right, this is getting way too creepy to me. I'm not going to reply back to him. Let's just go on. He didn't say nothing else. The next morning, again, I wake up, I have a message from him that says, when can I get my back? And I'm like, first of all, it's not yours anymore. When you leave stuff in the storage facility and you don't pay for it, it's gone. It's no longer yours legally. I don't know why so many people always say it's stealing, you're taking advantage of people. When you store stuff, that business is making money based on its ability to rent lockers. If your stuff's in there and you're not paying, they're losing money. So you're telling me they should have to lose money because you're too irresponsible to pay your bills? I mean, it sucks sometimes, it does. Some people get put in unfortunate situations, but an emergency on your part does not make an emergency on someone else's part, unfortunately, and that's just how the world works. So at that point, since I didn't know who he was, I kind of just told him straight up the truth. That stuff has been sold months ago. I think we made that video back in October. It's March now. So obviously, if we have any of it, it's very, very little. The unit consisted mostly of a lot of shoes and high-end clothes, and pretty much all of it's gone. We might have like a pair of shoes or something like that. But anyway, I legally owned everything in there. You're not getting it no matter what. So he responds back with, you need to get my back. And I respond, in my head at least, by laughing hysterically, because there you go. You're making commands and threats at me already, and it's not going to happen. So being the sarcastic person I am, I respond back saying, how exactly do you expect me to do that? Magic? I mean, it's not possible. You can't just go poof, like reverse all the sales. Some of it could have went to Texas, California, New York. Who knows where that stuff went? It was all sold online. So you expect me to perform some type of dark magic spell, get out a wizard book and just do something? It's not possible, buddy. I don't know what he wasn't getting at that point. After that, I guess he didn't like the sarcasm too much, so he comes back with, okay, you're gonna wish you got me stuff. Okay, I didn't guess he's a pirate maybe, I don't know, and explains, never mind. We're not gonna go any further than that, but he said, you're gonna wish you got me stuff back. All right, so this pirate troll guy, basically right there is when I was like, all right, you're basically trying to threaten us at that point. You're gonna wish, or what? What's gonna happen if I don't? What are you gonna do? At that point, I took him a little bit more seriously, I guess. He could technically, if he knows where it's at, he could at least be close enough to us to, if he was actually gonna do something. So after that, all I did was give him a little smiley face emoji, just laughing, because at that point, my mind shifted from, is this a real threat, to now you're actually annoying me, you're like threatening us, now you're annoying me, so now my sarcastic level just went way up. Now I'm gonna try to make you mad because you're making me mad. So, didn't respond to him anymore after that. He didn't say nothing that day. Once again, next morning, we got a message from this douche. Once again, you think I'm playing? My stuff was in there, I was locked up, I couldn't pay. All right, there's so much wrong with that sentence. First of all, you can't use that as like a victimness. I was put in jail for probably committing a crime, feel sorry for me. No, and I'm guessing if you were locked up, based off the video, it's most likely for dealing drugs or something else like that. So you expect me to feel sorry for you because you were out committing crimes and you had to pay the consequences for that. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Sorry, but no. So again, I go into complete sarcastic mode and I say, how exactly is that my fault? I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but it's a legitimate question. You were locked up, you didn't pay your bill. What does it have to do with me? If I didn't get it, somebody else would have got it. You just happened to see it because we decided to upload it on YouTube. That's the only reason. Any other person got that, you would have never seen your stuff. Alright, after being sarcastic again, I guess he really doesn't like sarcasm, because after that, this guy was pretty mad once again and goes, you seriously looking to get effed up, aren't you? Or whatever. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? I mean, at this point, it's just fun and games with me. I wasn't really taking this guy as a serious threat. If you want to do something, I mean, our information, everything you want to know about us is on YouTube. If you really wanted to do something, you could come do it now. And judging on the fact that you didn't, and this video was put up 6 months ago, don't think you're really looking to do anything. So, once again, I did his favorite thing. I responded with extreme sarcasm and said, totally, I am shaking in fear. I'm trembling. You're so intimidating based off of your typing. It's just absolutely terrifying me. Later on in the day, once again, this guy was not done yet. He says, I'm gonna find where you stay. First of all, your grammar there, man, it's brutal. It's so bad. Like, it actually hurt. I'm trying to like translate this. I printed this directly off, so it's not actually in regular English. It's in this kind of English, whatever you call that. So it's, if I say something wrong, doesn't match exactly, that's why. This guy doesn't know how to talk. And I respond, once again, extremely sarcastic, because that is what I do. I say, cool, I'll be waiting. We could even have drinks or something. Just being as sarcastic and annoying as I possibly can, because these people are just crying out for attention. So let's give it to them. If they're gonna waste my time, I'm gonna waste their time too. If this guy was being a troll or just a douche, he really didn't break character. After that, he responds with, Dad, I'll get you when I find out. At this point, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you're gonna get me. I'm just so scared about this guy DMing me on Facebook, you know? Not actually trying to get in contact with me. I mean, maybe he is, we don't know that. I don't think that information's out there. I hope not, at least. But at this point, I'm like, you're most likely just crying out and desperate for attention. You don't own any of that stuff. You never owned any of that stuff. You just want attention from somebody. So, that was the last we heard of him for that day. But again, we wake up the next day, and sitting in there is another message from this guy, and it just happens to be our city and zip code. So at first, I'm like, oh shit. And he says, right with a question mark. And I was like, holy crap, this guy's actually figuring stuff out. For a second there, I was worried. And then I thought about it for a second. How could he have got this? Well, our P.O. box happens to be in the description of every single video, so no, you're not some anonymous hacker. No, you didn't contact somebody and figure it out. You just read the description. But at first, before I really thought about all that, I kind of just said, you know, what are you really gonna do? Because the first thought was, crap, he actually knows where we're at. He's gonna come try to do something, which would make a fun video. So I invite you, by all means, come on down. That would be really entertaining. But once I realized all he was doing was just reading the description and taking the address out of the PO box, just the city and zip code, I was like, if you really had any idea where we lived at, you would have included the address. You literally put the city and the zip code. That's the only information that's in the PO box. That's all you did was read the description. So once again, instant sarcastic response. I respond back saying, oh, you can read the description. I'm so surprised you can actually read. That was sarcasm, but at the same time, there's a little bit of truth in that statement. I'm actually a little bit surprised. So to find out if he's really telling the truth or not, or he's just reading the description, I just tell him straight up, if you know where I'm at, what's the address? He responds back quickly with, don't worry about it. Trying to be threatening, but in real or actuality, you know, he doesn't have a clue, or he would have said it right there. He just responds back with, don't worry about it. That just tells me right there, you don't really know anything, you don't really have any information, but you still want to sound tough. So, in other words, I respond back to him and said, so in other words, you don't know. Then all he says is, bet. Oh, I'm shaking. After that, he hits me with a, I dare you to tell me where you live. Like, why do you need me to tell you? If you know where I live, why do you want me to tell you? Just because, you know, all you're doing is reading the description and in actuality you have no idea what you're talking about? Be honest, buddy. I'm sure whoever this is going to be watching this video too. So go ahead and tell me in the comments if it's you. You have no idea what you're talking about. Then it hits me. I just thought of the biggest douchebag move, not really douchebag move, but hilarious move I can make. He's asking for my address. So what do? I give him the address with the same zip code and city, but not to my house, to the local police station, because I thought this would be great. This idiot is actually gonna pull up to the police station and it would just be great. So that's how I responded. I gave him an address. It looks like a regular house address. I don't think he's bright enough to Google it firsthand. Probably gonna plug it right into a GPS and get on the road. So that's what I figured. Just gave him the address and just crossed my fingers and hoped that idiot would actually show up to the police station looking for somebody. After I send that, he responds back right away with, just wait. Then I respond back, of course, sarcastically again. How long exactly? For a second, I contemplated just going and parking at the gas station by there and just watching for a car, waiting for a car, but I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's driving, so it wouldn't have done me any good. Plus, our car kind of has a giant treasure hunting with Jebus sticker on it, so they'd be able to know who we were, and we wouldn't be able to know who they were, which would put us at a major disadvantage if something were to actually go down. So, decided against it. I figure I'll just ignore him, and if he actually is stupid enough to go, which I would probably guess he is, we would at least be able to get a message back from him, see if he actually showed up or something like that. So, after that, we got one message back from him, and this was hours later. All he says is, wait until I see you Tuesday. And I was like, when are you seeing me Tuesday? First, I was thinking about the fact that we are leaving next week. We're leaving on Wednesday, though, to go to Nashville, Tennessee for a UFC fight card. So I was like, maybe he's just heard me say that in a video. I think I've mentioned that a few times in the past. Maybe that's what he's talking about. And then I really thought about it. Tuesday happens to be the day of our live auction. So all this information is available on the auction zip app, so it's not like you have to know somebody to really get the information. Anybody can look this up on Google. If you just type in storage unit auctions near me, you'll most likely, the first two results will be auction zip, and it has all the addresses listed out of exactly where we're gonna be. So my only guess is that's what he's trying to say. He's gonna come to the auctions and do something, which all these auctions are in Virginia. So just to let you know, my permit for carrying a little something is still good in this state, so I wouldn't recommend it. It wouldn't be in your best, what should I say? Wouldn't be in your best judgment to actually try something, but if you want to, we will have a camera and it will be highly entertaining. I probably won't even have to use that. Judging off your sentence structure, you're probably not that intelligent. But if you want to try to show up someone I've never seen before, follow the car, do something like that, I'm just gonna tell you right now, trying to come by the house is a very, 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 very bad idea, and it will end very, very badly. I would not recommend it. For your own safety, do not do it. So for now, all we can do is wait and see what goes down on Tuesday, if anything. Honestly, I don't take this person as a legitimate threat. Maybe someone's gonna say,
you should be scared, you should do this, but
He's not a threat. I've had people threaten us before on YouTube. It's nothing. This guy just happened to be a hater, in my opinion, happens to be a hater with a little bit more time on his hand and a little bit more hatred and despair in his heart that actually took the time to go through and look up. I mean, this is all available online. If I want to stalk somebody, I can look in their description, find their zip code, type in storage auctions near me with the zip code, boom, pop up with storage treasures and auction zip, see when the next ones are, and make a general assumption that someone that does storage units for a living is going to be there. That doesn't take like a master hacker or some special person. It's really, really simple to do. So in my opinion, I don't think he's a threat at all. I think he's just a troll. But what do you guys think? Do you think I should really be worried? Like, should I be like, what's the word, just aware of my surroundings more so? I mean, obviously I always have a gun with me, so in Virginia at least I always do have a gun with me, so really nothing's really gonna happen to me. But what do you guys think? I just want to know anyone's opinion on this. Should we take this as a legitimate threat, or most likely what it really is, just a pathetic loser crying out for attention? I want you guys to tell me down in the comments. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Really, I just wanted to make something. We've been doing videos every other day. I just wanted to make something to play with this green screen because we finally got the backdrops working right. And literally, that's all I really wanted to do. And I figured this is interesting. Let's get everyone's take on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave it a big fat thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button for awesome treasure hunting videos all the time. And if you do want to follow us on our social media, links still be on screen. Just click the links down in the description below. Make sure you follow us on whatever you have. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.